Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Muhammad Nur Iman bin Shalizam. My metric number is B0221100062. We are from class 2 Benc 1S3 and today my group will present our project assignment for subject BENC 2423 Microprocessor Technology. I will introduce our group members, which is the first presenter is myself, next is Muhammad Najmi bin Muhammad Razi, and the last presenter is Ahmad Syamil bin Muhammad Muslim. Before we start, our group project title is Automatic Hand Sanitizer. The introduction of our group project is to design and develop an automatic hand sanitizer dispenser that can be used in public such as offices, hospitals, and public transport. Next, the dispensers uses an IR sensors as an input to detect the presence of a user's hand and LED as output to provide visual feedback to the user. And lastly is the microcontroller that we use for our project is the LPC 1768 microprocessor. Next is the project description. We have list the component that we have used and their function. Also, we have include the component figure. So, the first component is LPC 1768. It has 40 pins that has a different function. And the embedded microcontrollers are a series of ARM microcontroller development boards designed for rapid prototyping. Second component is IR sensor. It has 3 pins which are Vout, ground, VCC, and it is used for detection of surrounding objects or obstacles. Third component is LED. It has 2 pins which are anode and cathode, and the function of a light emitting diode LED is to emit light when an electric current flow through it. Lastly is motor. It has 2 pins and it rotates based on the connection of the wire. That's all from me. Next, Muhammad Najmi will be the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Najmi bin Muhammad Razi, and I will continue the presentation by explaining about flowchart, circuit diagram and block diagram. Here is the flowchart of our system. First, the IR sensor will be at ready state. If there is no detection, the voltage supplied to the IR sensor will be less than 0.9 volt, and it will always repeat to detect until there is any movement. But if there is a hand movement on the IR sensor, the voltage supplied will be 2 volt or less than 2 volt, and it will make our output, which is LED and motor, to be on. And the system ends when the LED and motor is already light up. This is our block diagram for our system. First, it will start at the power supply. The power supply will supply voltage to all the components in our circuit. Next, it will move into the IR sensor, which will act as our input. This IR sensor will detect movement passing through it. And then we move on to the LPC 1768, which we use as our microprocessor. This microprocessor will receive the signal from the IR sensor. Next, we move into the LED and motor, which will act as our output. This LED and motor will blink and move based on the signal received from the LPC 1768. Here is the circuit diagram for our system. There are 4 components involved, which is IR sensor, motor, LED, and also microprocessor LPC 1768. For the input, which is IR sensor, it has 3 pins, which is out, VCC, and also ground. The out pin will connect to the pin 5 on the LPC 1768. Meanwhile, for the LED and motor, which will act as the output, the out pin will be connected to the pin 6 on LPC 1768. The VCC from the IR sensor will be connected to Vout on LPC 1768, and the ground pin for all the components will be connected to ground pin on the LPC 1768. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Now, I will continue the presentation. Assalamualaikum, my name is Ahmad Shamil and I will present about the coding of the circuit. From each figure in this slide, we can see the coding of the circuit. For the figure 1, we have set the basic coding for the circuit starting from area my code until underscore main. Next, below of it, we have set the address for ADC and calculate the voltage digital for input range. Besides, for the address LPC, we have set the coding for the pin cell, FIO-DIR, FIO set, FIO clear, and FIO pin based on datasheet. Next, for the second figure of the coding, we have set the input for LPC and input for ADC. The last figure is we have set the main program. The main program is to make this coding follow the instruction that we want based on the flowchart. Proceed to the next slide. I will present about the process of the simulation. The first figure is we need to build the program and ensure there is no error. The figure 2, we run the program by click the icon of debug. In this register tab, we can see the process of our coding doing the load and store. Next, for figure 3 and 4, we can obtain the result of GPIO and AD converter by click the prefer on the tools bar. Lastly, we need to transfer the file bin of our coding simulation into embed file location to run the hardware simulation. Lastly, the discussion. We can analyze that we use pin number 5 for input and pin number 6 for the output. The LED will display the result according to the condition signal data below for the output. The first condition, the LED is on, is high, and the LED is off, is low, 0. The condition means that the arm will trigger and carry out the instruction for the current from the power supply to flow to the LED and turn it on when the output is high, 1. In addition, the ARM LPC1768 will trigger and reset the instruction from execution when the output is low, 0, turning off the LED. That's all from us. I hope you will understand what we have explained. Thank you.